Oh, okay. I don't normally do this, but this is my second recording of my Raw review because I didn't do so well in the other one. I didn't like how it turned out, so I'm going to try to redo it and try to do better. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with a short recap of Extreme Rules. Very entertaining matches. Didn't like most of the outcomes. I did like how they allowed Baron Corbin to actually get a win, a pay-per-view win over a singles competitor. You know, like Dolph Ziggler. You know, um, and I liked how Rusev actually defeated Kalisto, and I like that new variation of his accolade where he just bends him backwards. That just makes it a lot more devastating than it used to look. And I like that. And it's funny because his you know his career has sort of come full circle now. He won the the first title he won was the United States title. And now, before winning any other title, he has once again become the United States champion. So it's basically full circle because he was with Lana back then. He broke it off with Lana in kayfabe. Now he's back with her, and he has the U.S. title again. And hopefully someone other than John Cena beats him for it. And I hope that it's an American. Uh, I don't know if Kalisto was actually born here or in Mexico. I'm not sure. I've been told, you know, I've heard from Michael Cole and people like that that him and Del Rio are countrymen, which means he was from Mexico. I don't know. But anyways, I liked those two outcomes, but the New Day retaining, it's time to give it up. Time to just stop trying to make them the top dogs because their reign has been ridiculous. And they made two newcomers look like total bitches. They had the weakest member of their group, which shouldn't have even been in that match, kick out of the Whirling Dervish, which hardly anyone ever does. The weakest member of the New Day. He shouldn't have even been in that match because Kofi and Big E are the champions, not him. He didn't win that belt. He didn't win either of those belts. So I think that's stupid that they just bend the rules for the New Day. That's dumb. No other team has ever done that. I didn't like how Charlotte retained her title. I didn't like how Dana Brooke showed up dressed as Ric Flair. I didn't like that. And they made fucking Natalya tap out like a bitch. Yeah, I think she should quit and go to TNA. Because at least there she would be treated like the royalty that she is. She is a legacy, and they do nothing with it just because of Brett. And I know it's because of Brett, because when they talk about her, they say nothing but stuff about Brett. And she is always getting the short end of the straw. She is always getting a Raw deal every single time. She never wins. She never wins the big matches. I can't even remember her first Divas title reign because that's how insignificant they made her look. That's insignificant they've always made her look. She had the opportunity to become the first ever Divas champion, and they gave it to Michelle McCool. I don't know. They had the opportunity to end this whole Charlotte thing. They had the opportunity to make a new champion when they revamped the Divas title and turned it into the women's title, which I guess Charlotte keeps a record because of that. That's what they say. I don't know. I didn't like that at all. Um, I didn't like how Roman retained either, because the Usos, they interfered after Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson showed up, and I just think that's stupid. Because they stayed after Gallows and Anderson left, and it's like, why were you still there? And they weren't even on Raw. They weren't even on Raw this week, which tells me that they know like, WWE knows they fucked up by doing that, by having the Usos interject themselves in that match, because now I'm betting fans are going to be pissed to see the Usos from now on. And, you know, AJ didn't do so hot tonight. Well, not tonight, last night. AJ didn't do so hot on Raw Monday. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Not at all. And, you know, they, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. And The Miz retained, like, really? The Miz retained. Why are they trying to make him, why are they trying to get him over as a champion? I wouldn't trust The Miz to make a toy championship look good, let alone the real thing. Yeah, I wouldn't trust him with a replica. That's how bad The Miz is. He has a generic moveset, and the only thing he's good at is talking. It's dumb. Punching and kicking is most of what he does. And he does some suplexes here and there, and a DDT and a clothesline. And then he does, what, the neckbreaker, the backbreaker, neckbreaker combo, and then the skull crushing finale. It's like maybe 5 or 6 moves at the most. If even that, like maybe 3, I don't know. But he doesn't do that much. I don't get it. And this actor gimmick is getting on my nerves. He's not a good actor, and he's not a famous actor. He's not even a D-lister. He's an F-lister. He's an E or F-lister. That's what he is. But I'm just saying, you know, it's fucked up. But anyways, let me get to the Raw review now. It starts out with Seth Rollins coming back, and he goes on this huge rant about how fans, about why should he care about the fans when they didn't care about him before he got injured. And I agree. Keeping him heel is the best thing to do, because why should he change just because they did? Why should he do that? Why should his character change just because the fans' opinion of him has changed? No, you don't do that. I wouldn't give a damn. That's why if Roman Reigns ever turns heel, I want him to stay that way, no matter what reaction he gets, because they've been booing the shit out of him since 2015. Since last year. They've been booing the shit out of him since last year, and the fans are very fickle these days. They don't care. They don't care. They'll cheer for any flavor of the month, and then boo him the next month. They don't care. They're dumb. They just don't care anymore. Fans do not care if a wrestler has improved. They don't care if a wrestler is getting better. But I will say this. He needs to turn heel. Reigns does not work as a face, obviously, because his actions does not come off as babyface. He does not come off as a babyface anymore. He has completely skewed into heel territory at the moment. But anyways, he starts ranting, and then Reigns comes out. He backs off from any confrontation from Reigns, with Reigns, I should say. And then Shane comes out, and he makes a match at Money in the Bank, whatever. And then we have our first Money in the Bank qualifying match, which is Sami Zayn versus Sheamus. The reason why I'm doing this over is because I forgot who Sami Zayn's opponent was the last time I did this, but I went back and checked, and it was Sheamus. There was some good stuff in there, like Sami Zayn doing, Sami Zayn springing off of the barricade and hitting hitting a moonsault with his shins connecting Sheamus's head. After trying to get back in, Sheamus hits I think he hits Sami Zayn's shoulder or pectoral muscle with a hard knee. And they just go all out brawling and all this. And, it was a very, very entertaining match. Like, one of the best matches that Sheamus has had in recent memory. And it was a Raw match. It wasn't on pay-per-view. And then, Sami Zayn, out of nowhere, for some reason, they decided to have Sami Zayn just finish him off with one Helluva Kick without even setting up with the Exploder Suplex. They just had him right after, they had some sort of brawl outside of the ring or whatever, and then Sheamus goes back in after Sami Zayn is already in there, and then gets kicked in the corner. One kick. Not even a setup for the kick. Whatever. So that ends that, and Apollo Crews, before getting his chance for the qualifying match, gets attacked by Sheamus because these old guys are having feuds with the New Era. Like they're like Al Snow pretty much in TNA. Al Snow getting fed up with people just walking through the door, which who cares what Al Snow thinks, because he never amounted to anything his entire career. So I don't know why he's supposed to be the authority on who deserves to be in the business. But anyways, Chris Jericho beat Apollo Crews. A guy who has been doing nothing but just beating up jobbers. And now you have him lose to a jobber. I don't get it. It's dumb. It's just ridiculous. And I know what you're thinking, Jericho's not a jobber. Well, technically, he's supposed to be a jobber at this point in his career. He's advancement talent, is what I'm saying. And for Apollo Crews to lose to someone like that, someone who's so much over, someone who is so over the hill at this point. And Jericho was injured. What sense does that make? And he lost his last match. You're going to award some guy who lost his last match What sense does that make? Cesaro picked up a victory in his qualifying match against The Miz, which I'm glad because I didn't want to see The Miz qualify. He's already got the IC title. Why would he need Money in the Bank? That's just no. And we get to the reason why I was just dreading to do this review in the first place. AJ Styles lost again. This time to Kevin Owens. For the second time, he lost cleanly to Kevin Owens. He lost in their second match, he lost cleanly. In the first match, it was a dirty finish or whatever. But the second match, it was clean. And now the third match. Their third match. I don't think AJ has ever beaten Kevin Owens. But their third match, yeah. Kevin Owens, the nail in the coffin for AJ was when Kevin Owens powerbombed him on the steel steps, which I thought was a pretty impressive spot, but it made no sense for that match to continue. That should have been a disqualification. He used a foreign object. I mean, really? We're just gonna not count it just because he didn't pick it up and hit the guy with it, really? I mean, so many technicalities, man. That's dumb. Why are you doing that? If that had been a chair in the ring, he probably would have gotten DQ'd. But since it was a steel steps on the outside, like, really? Just dumb. And AJ should have won. He should have been able to qualify. I mean, just, I'm getting tired of it. And I am convinced now that this is just AJ's last hurrah. This is his last hurrah before he inevitably rides off into the sunset like all great performers do. WWE means nothing to him. Okay, he's already done everything worth doing. And WWE is not worth it's not worth it. WWE is not the big leagues anymore. WWE is small time compared to most of the companies AJ's been in. Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling is way bigger. They may not go to a whole bunch of places, but they pack a crowd. They pack just as many people as WWE does. And they have a lot of American fans. They have a great following, and they even put on better matches and all this stuff. And to see AJ Styles treated like this, I just think it doesn't matter anymore. It shouldn't matter. Because AJ's already done everything worth doing. So in advance, I want to wish AJ Styles the best of luck in his retirement when it does eventually happen after he leaves WWE. Because as we have seen, WWE is where careers go to die. So many guys have left WWE and have never been in any other company since then. It is truly where careers go to die. And that's where AJ Styles' career will die after he retires. So I wish him the best of luck. That's pretty much it. Nothing more to say about it. So I'm just gonna end with this. I have an update video coming out later in the morning or afternoon, whichever. And that video is going to be talking about the future of my channel from here till the end of the year, whatever. From here to now on, from now on, it will talk about the future of my channel and what direction I want to take it in. And hopefully I will get more support than I've been getting. So I just want to lead off. I just want to leave off with, please rate and comment if anyone's watching. I am Mike Wayne, aka Rebel 180. So long for now.